Good evening. Thank you. Thank you all very much. 4 years ago this month, a decorated soldier got up in the middle of the night and composed an email to the Human Rights Campaign. He wrote about the pride that he felt in having served his country in the armed forces for more than a decade. He poignantly recounted his sacrifices, his homecoming, and the heroic welcome that he received. He was a gay Marine who had served in silence but now wanted to tell his story and do whatever it took to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. You saw him in the video, and you have undoubtedly seen him in your communities over the years doing everything, big and small, that we have asked him to do. He's sometimes been overshadowed by bigger personalities, but he has never complained about how hard or frustrating the work or the setbacks have been. He is here tonight. He is my friend and my hero. He is retired Marine Staff Sergeant Eric Alva. I am saluting Eric tonight because, to me, he represents the embodiment of what HRC is all about. Doing the hard work without the credit or the glory, understanding and appreciating that there will be roadblocks and setbacks along the way, as there always is with this kind of sweeping and lasting social change that we seek. Never complaining or retreating when we encounter a setback, and always, always focused on how we wake up tomorrow knowing, ensuring that we are more a part of the American story than we were yesterday. That is the story of the HRC that I am privileged to lead. And it is the spirit also that is embodied in my friends Dennis and Judy Shepard. When we tried and failed the first time to pass the hate crimes bill, it was Judy Shepard, in an effort to make us feel better and to feel hopeful, who said to me, "We'll do it again, and next time we'll win." And we did. Now, earlier this year, and for the first time in 17 years, the House of Representatives voted to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And it was followed by another historic first, a successful vote in the Senate Armed Services Committee. And yet, when it came up for a vote in the full Senate, we came up short. Why? Because many of the people who are fundamentally against any measure of LGBT equality are still around. And one of them, who may have been our president, is Senator John McCain. His filibuster effort and his election year politics brought that long overdue justice to a halt for now. Now, we will have another opportunity to finish this job after the elections when the Senate reconvenes. It will be an uphill battle, and partisan divide and a cluttered legislative calendar are going to work against us, but rest assured that we will be guided by the words of Judy Shepard, and we will stay at it until we win. Just as we have won so much for this community over the past 2 years, the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act is now law. Gender identity is now included in our federal government's employment non-discrimination policies. HIV-positive travelers are no longer banned from entering this country. Marriage equality has finally come to our nation's capital. And with warm and pastoral hearts, a coalition of faith leaders rallied around marriage equality here in D.C. in an unprecedented way. And tonight I also want to thank them, and I want to recognize the heroic leadership of D.C. Council member David Catania, without whom this victory would not have been possible. And soon, healthcare facilities all across this country will be required to respect the visitation rights of our families and prohibit discrimination against their LGBT patients. And today, tens of millions of workers are covered by fully inclusive, non-discrimination policies in corporate America. And I want to take this opportunity to thank the many corporate sponsors who are here this evening. They occupy a full third of this room tonight. But these victories are only the first step on a long road towards full equality. We have much more to do. We will not rest until we have a federal law that protects workers from job discrimination, or until the so-called Defense of Marriage Act has been repealed. And nothing is more urgent than getting at the root of what is causing young people in this country to take their lives. Tonight, across the country, there are millions of kids struggling with their sexual orientation or their gender identity. They are quite literally under attack by the people that they look up to, people in positions of power, people who falsely perpetrate the idea that being gay is somehow unhealthy or immoral. Is it any wonder that it remains so difficult for young people to come out? And those harmful consequences are amplified when leaders of an entire faith, a man believed to be a prophet, is one of the people delivering this kind of admonition. It is horrifying and irresponsible when the second highest official in the Mormon Church tells the world that being gay is impure and unnatural and claims that you can simply pray it away. Well, I will tell you that that injustice has been met by well over 100,000 letters and petitions from HRC members all across this country. And on Tuesday, I will personally deliver those letters to the Mormon Church headquarters in Salt Lake City. So I am filled with hope tonight by the inspiring people and the wonderful organizations who are out there working on the front lines, providing life-saving resources to young people. Now, when you go to the webpage of the Trevor Project, young people are given a reason to smile. They are assured that there is help, and most importantly, that they are not alone. I am so honored that Charles Robbins, the executive director of the Trevor Project, is here with us tonight. But I have to tell you that as a community, how we respond to these challenges and how we build on these opportunities is going to define us. Now, it is also going to chart a course towards acceptance and respect for soldiers serving in silence and students living in fear. Well, if you are in this room tonight, it means that you are committed to that fight for justice and equality. If you are in this room tonight, it means that you understand that sweeping social change permanent and sustained social change has never come easily, and it never will. And if you are in this room tonight, you know to your core that you have a responsibility to be a part of that change, in fact, to be a force for that change. You owe it to your community, you owe it to your country, but ultimately you owe it to yourself. Thank you all very much for being here tonight.